Hi, brothers and sisters, we are finally back. We finally made it to the second reaction video on this YouTube platform for this year. Mystelics Reacts channel. Brothers and sisters, like just go. Like literally just go. I don't know if they hear Mystelics about to drop, so let's take the lights here. Well, I have light. It's very strong, brothers and sisters. I learned from Hurricane Maria. But welcome to every single one of you guys. And of course, we're going to get into that vibrations here today. I have light, I have internet, I have everything. They can take it, but I will still. I will still drop the fire, brothers and sisters. Of course, welcome to every single one of you guys. All the Mystelics family and the new videos out there. Big up on yourself for being a part of this here vibrations. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and comments on the things we're going to be talking about here on this here reaction. These are my thoughts and comments. What are yours? Leave your thoughts and comments in the comment box below. Don't forget to click the thumbs up button as well. If you appreciate my concise, click it, man. Don't be shy. Click the thumbs up button, and of course, if you've not done so yet, subscribe and turn on that post notification. The link will be there, right there, brothers and sisters. So anyways, without further ado, let us get into the vibrations for the day. Of course, we have this sentiment of the budget, brothers and sisters. And of course, we have a particular individual who spoke. I have no clue who this individual is, but he spoke, brothers and sisters, and this is what he had to say right there.
Pages online. And I also went to my favorite Dominica breaking news because they post everything, the good, the bad, and the in between. And they posted how they get it. They add those salt, don't remove anything, raw. So I read through the comments and I read through some posts, and there was nothing, seriously, no serious criticism over the budget. They had a few questions here and there, and questions which I think were salient enough, and I think that we can address while we promote the budget. So, with all that, I drew the conclusion that the vast majority of Dominicans are in support with the contents of this budget, and we must commend the government for that.
So my brother is saying, because he go on Dominica breaking news, the vast majority of Dominicans somehow agree with what is being stated in the budget. So what I decided to ask Mystelics, you guys know me. What I decided to do, brothers and sisters, I decided to go on Dominica breaking news and look at where the budget was posted. And when I went there, brothers and sisters, this is what I saw. Wow. I saw this July 25th. I'm not sure if this was a repost, brothers and sisters, but there's something very vital that we must look at. Why he's even making this comment. I am looking at this and I'm scrolling down, brothers and sisters, and I see only 5 comments. Now, I don't know if this is a repost or something of that sort. I was scrolling through the stuff, looking to see if I see another one. I didn't see much, brothers and sisters. I only landed on this one right there. 5 comments and 2 shares. So I don't know who you are. Who are you? Who is this guy, brothers and sisters? He might be a senator. He might be a power rep. I don't know who Mr. B. But sir, are you sure? This is on Dominica breaking news, Dominica, if I have another Dominica breaking news that we don't know about. Anyways, I decide maybe they reposted this. They probably put it up and they took it down, or something of that sort. Nature Island News that have this. Maybe that is the actual wrong thing right there. Maybe the actual budget, YouTube shares I went to, I didn't have time to see it. So maybe, brothers and sisters, maybe. Okay, let's say it had hundreds of thousands of views. Comments on it, all right? So I decided, you know what? While I scrolling on Dominica breaking news, I land on this very video that I showed you guys right there. I land on it. Wow! I land on the very video that his video. This guy, the very video. This is it, the real video. This is what is on Dominica breaking news right there. And I scroll down in the comments. So somebody saying I must be in the minority because I don't support the empty budget. Somebody saying, which comments and posts you read? You on the wrong side of Facebook. Subthelies.com. Who is that Janko, brothers and sisters? He looking like Ian, brother. But the eyes you shall know there. By the eyes you shall know there, brothers and sisters. That cannot be corned beef budget. Who's he? I just asked, who is Mr.? Who is this guy? Who is this guy? I don't know. Who? Somebody talk to us, please. That must be AI. People cannot believe that was in parliament. That must be AI. So you see, don't miss the part where it was said you all stole the ideas. Apparently, he don't read this part. His eye selective. He has selective vision. It has selective hearing. He has selective vision, brothers and sisters. So that brother is really something else. A Makumeda there. A Makumeda. Only want people to go demonstrate for them. So a set of comments, brothers and sisters, but why Mr. Eyes big like Moko? So even under your own comment, your own video, people are saying, but which video are you talking about? Sorry about that, brothers and sisters, my thing just called me right there. But we are back, brothers and sisters. Don't miss, that's the part I want to focus on right there, brothers and sisters. Don't miss. They're telling uncle over there to not miss the parts, because you have selective vision, brothers and sisters. Don't miss the parts where it was said, you all stole the ideas. It's very interesting that that thought process is being studied. And of course, a number of persons have studied this as well. This is one of them, a budget with Thompson Fountain's ideas. At this point, you need to stay silent. You need to close your mouth. Shut your mouth now and forevermore. Stay closed, brothers and sisters. This is about a budget with Thompson Fountain's ideas. Remember, Thompson Fountain has been going around and giving different ideas. He has his 10 pillars and explaining the 10 pillars, that of which we can definitely see in this budget right here, brothers and sisters. Very interesting. Kind of reminds me of when Thompson was talking about certain things that could help in the violence that is happening at present. On that increase, Blackmore coming and talk and saying, oh, we don't find ideas. When Thompson gave ideas, he gave ideas, brothers and sisters. He's coming and say that Thompson didn't give ideas. Foolish. Under your watch, Dominica has been going down the drain. Crime has been skyrocketing. Not just crime, brothers and sisters. People, the doctor came out just the other day and said about 60,000 people in Dominica find it very alarming that 7 people every week, on average, brothers and sisters, 7 people every week are attempting to take their lives in Dominica. 7 per week. Anyways, the budget, we are back, brothers and sisters. We know the idea is definitely coming from Dr. Thompson Fontaine, and what he has stated right there, they've been listening and decided to implement it into the budget. It's very interesting, but of course, if you don't have the vision, if you're not the visionary, how on earth can you possibly see the vision, even if you stole it? That means you are not the person that should be there to carry out the vision from the visionaire. You are not. And therefore, even if you include it, you will still find lapse in this sentiment right there. I saw this as well, which was also very interesting, brothers and sisters. Yes. So on the merit of citizens, apparently, majority, he has no idea. I don't know how statistics working. I did a reaction before. Skerritt talking about the statistics. He said, you don't think the statistics reflect the accuracy? What? You don't think the statistics reflect the thing? But this one want to come and say he thinks majority of Dominicans, without knowing what majority of Dominicans are thinking. On this very comment, we just read a while ago, some of them. This is a citizen that indicated this. You can check Dominica Breaking News right there, brothers and sisters, July 25th, indicating that it is a misguided budget. Brothers and sisters, I did this reaction on the budget a while ago. It was supposed to be released on Friday or Saturday. I did this, and thank God I didn't put it out because more information come up for me. It's like God said, no, Mystelics, not today. More information. This budget is a misguided budget. Why Dominicans 2025, 2020, or 2026, which is interesting. I don't know why they have all there. There should be a dash. 2025 to 2026 measures missed the mark. Dominican newly announced budget measures for fiscal year 2025 to 2026 represent a troubling collection of regressive policies. Very interesting when it comes up to that right there. That will be burden ordinary citizens. And when I was doing the reaction, brothers and sisters, I realized the budget will actually take away from the people's pockets. So less money is coming to the people's pockets. But this is the understanding. This is why I tell you, they take some of Thompson's ideas, but they don't seem to understand the full body of it. It's like you're putting things out there, but you're trying to counteract the very measures you put in place. We'll talk about that in a moment, brothers and sisters. It is very misguided. Announcement budget measures for fiscal year represent a troubling collection of regressive policies that will burden ordinary citizens while failing to address the nation's fundamental economical challenges. Very true. This budget reflects short-sighted thinking. The priority is revenues, extraction over sustainable development and social equity. One of the things that I noticed when I did the reaction before, brothers and sisters, how on earth are they going to be doing these things when they don't have proper economic backing? They do not have it. You want to say, oh, let's do this, or let's raise salaries and all this kind of, you have no 25 years of horrible economic policies, and you think just taking some of Thompson's ideas is going to be magical for you to do, and you don't even know necessarily how to implement it. Sorry about that, brothers and sisters. I was cut off again. Where was I? Let's continue, brothers and sisters. On the merit of regressive policies and these things right there. Thereby thousands of the government unleash, whatever, blah, blah, blah. The reinstatement of the highway maintenance. That's exactly my point. A loan will cost families between $100 to $500 annually. That's taken away from the people's pockets, while tourism site fees have jumped to $20 per day visit for a small island nation where many families earn modest incomes. Mediocre, I think. It's very mediocre. But it is what it is, brothers and sisters. For small island nations where many families earn modest income, these cumulative charges represent a significant financial burden that ignores the reality of economic hardship facing ordinary Dominicans. The vehicle importation surcharges increases a particular punit. I just told you guys that they're trying to put measures there, but taking it away somewhere else. They say, okay, let's give duty free on these things, but then they charge you. That's how we'll go for this thing, brothers and sisters. If you want, you can go for this thing as well, because we have some time to go inside there. So you can definitely read this stuff or go on Dominica Breaking News and check it out right there. As indicated, these are Thompson Fountain's ideas with the bad implementers of it not knowing what to do. The person rightly pointed out a number of things that I will definitely be talking about right there. Of course, for those who don't know what Thompson Fountain's ideas are, these are them. Economic empowerment through fair wages and salaries. So that is one of them that you have to look at. Tax reform for wealth creation right there. Healthcare and education transformation, or Canada good people economic, establishing agriculture, youth opportunities retention, infrastructure, renewable energy, social equity and inclusion, transparent government, governance. These are them. You can read them for yourself, brothers and sisters. And you will see that they're trying to implement this in the very thing that we're going to be talking about right there. Of course, we know the Thompson effect. Leaders promising the world in 2025-2026 budget. That is the Thompson effect. That of which I keep mentioning, I mentioned it when I did the previous reaction on the budget stuff, brothers and sisters. Indicating that the only reason why they're doing this is because Thompson came out. The only reason. Because these things has never for 25 years, never transpired. Give me anybody out there. Give me any time when any of these measures I'm going to be talking about here in this here reaction has ever been mentioned in any budget. Any time. 25 years. Talk to me. I listening well. Let's continue, brothers and sisters. When the Dominican, that's a long time video, guys. A long time video somebody made this. And this is a reflection of what people think of the Prime Minister of Dominica.
I say you lie. I say you lie. You lie.
Doesn't matter what you say, you lie. And I agree with that statement right there. Of course, dealing with the budget key based off the former health minister, which is interesting. From October 1st, 2025, the removal of customer duties and value-added tax on a range of essential food items will take effect. The policy is designed to ease the financial burden on households and reduce the cost of living. Be that the case, it's interesting that we have these items right there, brothers and sisters. That of which a number of no VAT will take effect October 1st for 6 months, by the way. And for 6 months, you'll get this stuff. No, onions are good, garlic are good. A number of these things are definitely good, brothers and sisters. But the hindsight of what you're seeing there is a set of canned stuff. Or canned stuff, people say, oh, it's not, it's not good and whatever. It's not good, brothers and sisters. They should actually put it on the fruits and vegetables that are needed. Okay, guys, we are finally back again. And of course, like I indicated before, some of these items are good. Some of them, a lot of them are not good. One of the things that I notice the number of people tend to buy is number 23. That is not good, brothers and sisters. Not good at all. It's one thing to buy it, but it's another thing where this thing is not good for your teeth. But then again, I digress. Let's continue, brothers and sisters. They have these things right there. A number of these things that we've seen. Of course, no import duties on these things right there. They have orange juice, tomato ketchup. Why are we anyways? So you see the number of these items, brothers and sisters. And hey, at least some people say, at Mystelics, at least we're getting some sort of duty-free and no import duties on items. True. That is very true. Yes, brothers and sisters. Very true indeed. As you can see, a number of these items are definitely needed. No doubt about it. So that's good. No doubt about it. We have other items, no VAT on these items right there. It seems like we have, I always see milk there. What is it? It's a different type of milk, man. Milk there. I see milk over there too. Milk not there. Anyways, I see maybe it's the same list that there. I don't know. No VAT. Soy milk, almond milk. Okay, Papa. But anyway, somebody had a number of interesting things to say on that regard right there. Making the items on this list more affordable will tend to increase consumption of them. That's true. It will tend to increase the consumption of them 100%, right here, brothers and sisters. And of course, in Dominica, hypertension and diabetes, mellitus, what is that? Whatever that is, brothers and sisters. What is mellitus? Are the leading cause of illnesses and death. Salt, sugar, and fats are the ingredients responsible with the, not just that, brothers and sisters, but the lack of exercising as well. So it's one thing when you're eating these items, but not exercising, this thing stays in your body and, accumulates. Okay, all right, with the facts. Kind of nutritionist, dietitian comment on the nutritional value for a healthy lifestyle of these items on the list. Like any before, some of them are actually good. Like the peas and stuff, no doubt about it, they are good. Proteins and so forth. But when you come to canned stuff, there are other items that should be, in there. Anyways, please note, it isn't known whether the sardine, mackerel, and tuna will be in oil, water, or tomato sauce, or if all will be available right there. Also, if we eat what we grow, that is important. I've heard Prime Minister SKERRIT'S say that. They're looking to lessen things on the Dominican people for things that in Dominica, no. But of course, also if we eat what we grow, some of these items can be produced locally, I agree, or substituted by other local items. In other words, what is the purpose of this list besides making some grocery items more affordable? Also, there's a health standard when it comes onto these items right there. So I agree with that person. We want to make certain things that should not be there. And I think that is also a problem in that regard right there. Anyways, brothers and sisters, moving along. We are going to Loubiere water, of course. Loubiere water is a wonderful thing. Remember when I showcased to you guys some of Dr. Thompson Fountain's idea? All right, economic empowerment for fair wages, blah blah blah. Where is it, brothers and sisters? Oh yes. When they talk about the water, yes. Establishment, agriculture, water, and manufacturing sector, right there. Now tell me why Dominica lose Loubiere for so long, and all of a sudden, bow. Loubiere is back. Oh, government will acquire the former Dominica brewer site in Loubiere. Plans to establish a modern water bottling facility in partnership with a foreign investor. Bottled water. Who is the foreign investor, brother? Who is the foreign investor? Who is the foreign investor? Is the foreign investor somehow maybe CBI or the people outside that have Dominica money and then they want to take it and then send it to Dominica, so they need somewhere to send it and then they say this is the foreign investor? That is, I don't know. Talk to me, brothers and sisters. Talk to me nicely. I want to know. Bottled water will target high demand export market in Europe, and you have the market already, huh? Or you say it will, not necessarily meaning that you have the market to target it, because you heard the government stating this for agriculture already. This is why I was take everything the government say with a big spoon of salt. Yes, straight diabetes, straight hypertension. Right there, brothers and sisters, because the Prime Minister stated that they're going to be finding markets for agriculture around just after Mari, around that time there. They're going to find it. Up to now, we don't find it, but all right then. Anyways, projected benefits, 100 direct jobs in plant operation and logistics, additional blah, blah, blah. Now, keep in mind, that is a factory right there. Now, imagine, scared. Now, imagine your Prime Minister one day was in an airport opening ceremony, brothers and sisters, and happened to speak about the reason why factories are not in operation in Dominica, or why factories are not something to be looking forward to. And that supposedly Prime Minister had supposedly an airport opening in somewhere in Wesley Marigot, I don't know, brothers and sisters, somewhere around that region, stated that the reason why it doesn't have factories, maybe I'm just paraphrasing, but it could be wrong, is that there's Domlec fees are high. Domlec is charged electricity bill is high, brothers and sisters. The very government, allegedly, the very government that is in charge of the very Domlec that they bought, that the very laborites say, oh, no more electricity for me, and had to pay record-breaking high fees. Record-breaking high fees. for electricity. But now we're going into water plant. Not true? The very prime minister that stated that the Domlek is one of the reasons why they don't have factories operating. Domlek? Imagine that. Imagine that, brothers and sisters. But of course, they know the markets, Papa. They have the markets. They talk to King Charles. And you see, from Loubiere, from Dr. SKERRIT'S, Your Highness. Yes. My king, I heard Loubiere water has... Let me leave that alone, eh? Alright, all you can read, if you can read, that's your business. Good along in that regard right there, brothers and sisters. The government is acquiring the former Dominica brewer. I just indicated that right there. And of course, they say they anticipate about 100 direct jobs. Just after they claim that the reason why they have factories is because of the high electricity charges. Interesting stuff. The Thompson effect, they call that, brothers and sisters. Anyways, targeting minimum wage. Oh, we spoke about minimum wage, didn't we? The minimum wage had never happened, brother. Never happened. Never. The minimum wage increased, brothers and sisters, on the merit of, I think they increased it $10 to $20 a year. And then they gave an additional, not the minimum wage, salary, brothers and sisters. They increased your salary by $10 to $20. It's still not in relevance to what is taking place at present, brothers and sisters. But of course, Thompson spoke about this right there. Economic empowerment through fair wages and salaries. Remember, the very prime minister that talking about minimum wage increasing laughed. He laughed at Thompson, saying, Thompson, how are you going to say about $12? And then you see the rest of the Caribbean islands bringing up the minimum wage to $12.50 and $13. SKERRIT laugh, we laugh. I know you're talking about minimum wage. Interesting. So government will appoint a minimum wage advisory board to recommend new wage levels. Who else to do it? Not the unions that's supposed to say, hey, that's the best thing to elevate. Not the unions. So who is the minimum wage advisory board? SKERRIT, you and your people, that is the minimum wage advisory board. I tell you, boy. New minimum wage rates are intended to take effect October 1st. Do we have the minimum wage, the amount? Do we have it? Keep in mind, brothers and sisters, I shared this a while ago. What does Dominica future look like? 54% of households earn less than $1,000, less, not $1,500, but less than $1,500 EC dollars a month after 25 years of the same government. Now they want to be talking about minimum. Brothers and sisters, they increase their salaries by 50% and some by $2,300, $2,500 and $4,000. On top of that, the Prime Minister have advisors. He have advisors getting approximately about $6,500 to advise the Prime Minister. Who else to advise the Prime Minister? The people. The people, hey, this is what we need in our community. The parrot then goes and say, hey, this is what the people need. And they draft up a budget and this kind of things there to then facilitate what the people need. What you need advice for? You need advisory board. So after you take out those people and those people that don't win the election in their constituency, you put them as advisory board. Anyways, let's listen to Thompson on the minimum wage right here.
It's that it offers shared prosperity for our leaders. So you don't is a 40% and what we say that there is 0%. 20% for everybody.
Yeah, that's my point, exactly. If you as a government increase your salary by 30%, everybody should get 30%. How on earth the government treating itself like a king and have the people like the peasants? Give them $10 to $20 a year? Ah, yeah, Dominicans, are you tripping, boy? Are you tripping?
If you're going to give 10%, everybody gets 10%.
Exactly.
So, that's not going to cost you. That's not going to cost you. But that is the kind of conscience that when I listen to the Prime Minister, and he is mad because they're offering a minimum wage of $12 an hour. His man is not one Dominicans to be $2,000 a month.
Keep in mind, that's the same party that chose to tell Clay Harbor not to pay its citizens in US dollars. Brothers and sisters, imagine how much surplus would be coming into Dominica. That is the very thing Ross did for Dominica. The very thing. The Prime Minister, he's one of them. Not him, SKERRIT is one of them that told them to not to pay them, boy. I tell you, boy. That is truly something else. Another thing when it comes on to Ross, Skerritt was one of the individuals who indicated that they should build apartments. Ross should build apartments. They were going to build it after they created the student center. The very student center that is no longer Ross. All Linda's people that happening in that school there. Axum, American Canadian School of Medicine. They were going to be building 400 new apartments, and Skerritt meet the landlords in Portsmouth, stating that they tried to keep it for the landlords, and you guys were going to make 400 new apartments for first time semester students. Really?
But that is the living wage that we're not any. Yes, that is the living wage. That just puts you 2,000, just puts you at just enough to survive. So, you know, if you live in the country, you don't have a rent, you have a home, so, you know, you can make out.
Brothers and sisters, one of the things that I know with Ross used to definitely adapt. Because Ross knew inflation happens. If inflation was at 1.2, they'll probably give you 1.5%. And then on top of that, they'll give you an additional bonus on your salary. Whether it's 2 or 3 or 4% additional on your salary, you getting a bonus, brothers and sisters. In Ross, that used to happen for Dominican people. Dominican people. And on top of that, brothers and sisters, we used to decalate overtime. Well, not everybody, but we used to decalate overtime for sure. And then man make Ross leave to then talk about minimum wage and laughing when they say $12. You know how long Dominica have to do to increase minimum wage to reach the standard of the rest of the Caribbean? To reach the global, to reach the global state. You know how far Dominica has fallen behind? And then Skerritt laughing, $12? Gasa.
That's not no large. That's not impossible. And interestingly enough, so Giselle after they announced $12, they announced $12.50. And Tina after they announced $12, they announced $13.50.
Yeah, or $13.50, yeah.
So we say we cannot do it here in Dominica, but St. Kitts can do it.
And these islands are much smaller than Dominica. Dominica has more resources than the islands combined. I'm not talking about 1, 2. I tell you, combined Dominica have everything these islands have. We have white sand beach, blue, not blue, let's not exaggerate. White, brown, and black sand beaches. Antigua have white sand beach, and that is what they consider the nature aspect of Antigua, and Antigua winning prize. Because natural people, eco-tourists going to Antigua instead of coming to Dominica. Why do you think that is? Is beach they love like that though?
Antigua, somebody says, well, you know, Antigua has been growing faster than Dominica and so on, so yeah, we can do it.
Even with the whole bike life business, brothers and sisters, when the bike lives come and see the disorganization that has been happening, some of them still they're not coming back Dominica, brothers and sisters. Why you think that is? I heard that the government was trying to take over the bike life situation this time around. It was trying to take over it. And the disorganization that everybody seen that. Them foreigners, I tell you, I was speaking to one of these big folks that was coming down, the bikers from Baltimore. Well, anyways, I shouldn't say that. But I was speaking to one of them folks. And them fellas wondering what on earth is happening? What's going on? Can you imagine foreigners wondering what's going on something? Well, last year was exceptional, flawless. So that's why you had a set of people checking they want to come to Dominica. This time was this, I don't know what on earth. Anyways, let's continue.
We can do it based on those 10 pillars. That's why I want to remind us of those 10 pillars.
The 10 pillars. The 10 pillars are vital. Let's move on, brothers and sisters. Of course, based on the budget, all police officers will be paid a risk allowance of $450 and $250 monthly based on assignment, and traveling allowance has been increased by 20%. That's good for them, no doubt about it. But they're going to take the money somewhere else. They're going to take it somewhere else. They say, oh, let's do this, and they're taking the money other places. Like you pouring water in a bucket, and the bucket have a hole, it coming out somewhere else. That's what happening there. That's the budget. That's what the person was speaking about a while ago. The very budget, brothers and sisters. This is an addition to the salary increase effective for police officers earlier this year. What was it? You can tell me no. Tell me what it is. Of course, the approval of improved salaries for specialists and other medical staff at the Dominica China Friendship Hospital We talking about the approval of salaries for them. Yes, they need an improvement. The nurses, the doctors. Can you imagine, you as a woman, you as a nurse, you go in and trying to get a loan and they tell you your salary not enough. Can you imagine that? You think you can try that with a nurse in New York? That's why, if you know the kind of money that people don't make. I have a couple nurse friends I know. They're making a dirty piece of change. And they can do things on their own. You think you can do that in Dominica? You think that is a wonderful career for you to elevate yourself? But not in Dominica, no. You're not doing that. So, additionally, the government will launch a monetary reward program. Not just giving people plaque and say, thank you so much. That's a good thing. Monetary, I've indicated right there. So, I agree with this one. No doubt about it. It is after increasing the minimum wage in 2021, the government will appoint. After increasing the minimum wage in 2021, the government is appointing the minimum wage advisory board to review the existing wage rates. So who is the minimum? What? That's the new recommendation rate will take effect on October 1st. I want to see what it is. I don't even make you see that. I want to see what it is. Anyways, opportunity knocks 2% off housing program. Housing program. 10 million allocated to the government housing loans board to provide 2% interest loan to public and police officers earning $45,000 or less. Brothers and sisters, that is everybody. That is everybody. 96% of Dominicans, 96% of Dominicans making less than $2,500 a month. That is less than, way less than 45. That is way less than $45,000 a year. So that's everybody. Maybe the 4% would not get it. Those are earning more than 25. And even those in the 4% that earning at around $2,500 a month. These folks, some of them got making $45,000. Can you imagine that? This is 4% we're talking about. Includes a 6 months grace period before loan repayment begins. Brothers and sisters, be mindful of 6 months grace period. Sometimes you say 6 months grace period and your interest is going up during that 6 months. You don't have to pay back, your interest going up. You think they're delaying the 6? Okay, I see. No, the bank works, brothers and sisters, aim to make home ownership more accessible and affordable for public and police officers. For public and police officers, or public and the police. Okay. But you need for people, the economy have to be doing well for that to happen. The economy has to be doing well. People have to be getting adequate salaries. Monies must be coming into the country. CBI not there again, you know. How are you going to do all this? Huh? Somebody talk to me now. How are you going to do all this? Not saying that these things are not needed. It's definitely needed. How are you going to do it? By taxing the citizens. By putting more fees on the citizens. Not true. Okay. But you don't realize that yet. It's a cycle, you know. It's a consistent cycle right there. Support young professionals in building equity and contributing to community development. How are you going to do that without a proper economy? How are you going to do that when the youth have no sense of national pride? They have none. It disappeared under the very... That's how I grew up, remember, in Dominica. I grew up as a little boy. Remember in Dominica and feeling the hope. I say, yes. I used to think Dominica was the best in the Caribbean. It was. Not just me feeling, it actually was. And people say, I want to do this and do that. And talking to my little peers. And we go in high school and we talking. They say, we want to do this and that. A lot of these people have left Dominica. Some of them go in Dominica, go and they leave and they're making it happen. Brothers and sisters, I see. I see Dominicans in poor hair. I see Dominicans under serious poverty. Doing the same thing overseas, and some of these folks today are millionaires. Oh, don't you think there's a problem here? You don't think there's a problem here? With all the resources that we have not utilizing them, and you expect some sort of competent outcome. Brothers and sisters, let's wake up and realize something. And it's moving along right there, brothers and sisters. When it comes down to the garbage situation, this person sent a message to Dr. Irvin McIntyre. He's a real doctor here, but he's not a doctor in accounting, no. He's not a doctor in accounting at all. He's a health doctor, but he's not in health again. They take him out. Anyways, this person is saying, I hope there'll be a 5+ garbage truck expensed in this budget you are presenting tomorrow, sir, since the state was going to buy a vehicle for the Prime Minister's children, yes? Scared to say he didn't know about that. But then he know what the vehicle was going to be used for. He didn't know they were going to buy a vehicle, you know, for children to be transported. But he know the same vehicle was going to be used to bring important people around and this kind of things there. But he can't buy garbage truck. All right. Since the state was going to buy a vehicle for the Prime Minister's children, I think it's only fair we get some trucks. I know you don't care about the people, but think about the environment at least. The very Prime Minister that stated in the previous reaction I did, that link will be the first comment in the comment box, guys. The very Prime Minister that indicated what? That he is doing what? He is trying to keep the country clean. He said that, brothers and sisters. Rubbish in Dominica that cannot be picked up. And it's alleged that Vybz Kartel is being paid $4 million to perform in Dominica 2025 World Creole Music Festival. Now, people, I'm not sure if it's 4 million. There are millions for sure. I think there's a few million in there. It's not a far-fetched thing. But I know that they stated there's an additional, the Prime Minister indicated that there's a 4 million addition to the Creole Music Festival budget. So people are just saying 4 million. It could be the 4 million true, but I'm not sure if it's really 4 million. I know he normally gets paid like 1.25 million US, and that is not equated to 4 million, but it could be. Plus, he had a contract years ago. He was paid a deposit, and he ended up going jail, and now he has to meet his demand right there. So I'm not sure if it's 4 million, but it's indicated that 4 million additional amount of money is being spent for the Dominica World Creole Music Festival 2025 right there. Imagine the amount of garbage truck that kind of money could buy. These Jamaican artists are taking advantage of small Caribbean economies. Buju Banton straight from jail, Burna Boy. Burna Boy from Jamaica, but you get the point. And now Vybz Kartel straight from jail too after 10 years on a murder charge. It's interesting right there. Very interesting. Priorities. It's all about the priorities, brothers and sisters. Are they focused on elevating the people, or are they focused on trying to keep the people poor so that they can come to them and consistently beg them? So they'll be in charge of people who need to survive on the economy. They know they're destroying the economy, so the people cannot survive on the economy, so they have to come to them for the survival. People, unless you wake up, or you'll forever doomed to repeat what is happening over and over. Of course, according to the budget right there, 6 new garbage trucks were procured. 2 will arrive in August. That's in about, a few days' time. And 4 more will arrive early October. So let's hope that is the case. You know, we take it a big spoon of salt before we see these things right there. I thought Antigua was sending some trucks. They sent some guy. I don't know what was going on with that one right there. But anyways, a new landfill will be identified will be identified. So it hasn't been identified right there. To ease the pressure on stock farm and serve more communities. All right, Papa. A special dump site for old vehicles, tires, and large appliances will be created to improve safety and protect the environment. I think that's a good thing. Especially when we have all these old vehicles and all these old things. Nobody knows where to throw them. They don't know who to tell, come and pick that up and where it going. No one knows. But they want to do this. At least they say they want to do it. Hopefully they actually do it, brothers and sisters. You know, sometimes it's all talk. Garbage collection will be centralized. It should be as well. Trucks will be based in districts, and local authorities will help monitor the process. 4 tipper trucks will also be purchased. I'm thinking that putting thing in the thing. The Solid Waste Corporation will be strengthened with more staff and resources to improve service. More staff is always a good thing. More employment, therefore that will also be a good thing right there. Public education will increase to promote better waste sorting and cleaner communities. Hopefully they do this. You know, it's all talk. All talk. Just talk. Because, you know, I know all talk. I interviewed one of the individuals who is an advocate for utilizing renewable plates and cups and this kind of things there. Biodegradable. The 100% Go Green lady, I interviewed her. And she was speaking about a number of things. You guys definitely need to go BrBpTV and check that link. Or if you want it, remind me in the comment box below. I will send the link to you. Talking about this very sentiment right there. She said they advocated to push a number of things to get things going. And nothing. Monies was sent to Dominica. Monies was sent to Dominica. And when asked where are these monies, nobody know. Watch that interview on BrBpTV, brothers and sisters. Watch it. Anyways, tourism site user fee At the adjustment, of course, they pass all ecotourism sites except Waitikubuli. $20 US you have to pay. Okay, look it there, brothers. Look it for 20 US. We making US now. All right, Papa. Pre-sold organized tours. Waitikubuli National Premium remains unchanged. Blah blah blah. You guys can read this stuff right there. So fees on your back. Fees on your back. The government is initiating the opportunity knock 2% housing program for police. Okay, we just went through that right there. Adjustment to import charges, brothers and sisters, on motor vehicles. See? Adjustments. Aim to reduce importation of old vehicles and promote domestic resale. The domestic resale is far expensive than even bringing vehicles in Dominica. So even if you're trying to promote it, that means you would have to make the vehicles more affordable, isn't it? That means you have to reduce VAT. Not true? Do we see anything about reducing VAT then? Environmental charge changes effective October 1st. Less than 5 years, 1%. You guys can read this stuff right there. Fees on your back, brothers and sisters. Reduce 2025, you know. And this is the part that really, you know, made me wonder more. The reinstatement of highway maintenance levy. So reinstatement means an additional amount. So I thought when you drive in vehicle and you got your license to drive on the road, the license that you got to drive your vehicle on the road would actually be what used to fix the road. Not true? That's how it used. But no, they say no, because we know road doesn't fix. Okay? So they say, let's put an additional fee on the people's back. Find it one way or the other, brothers and sisters. Private vehicles are $100 in addition. Motorcycles are $50 in addition. And then you have these commercial vehicles, $150 in addition. Payable annually at the time of motor vehicle license renewal. Motor vehicle license renewal. So what are we paying license for? What are we paying license for? What is the license for? Somebody talk to me, please. I don't know. I sincerely want to know. What is the license for? You know? I don't know. No? I want to know. That's why I'm asking you. Talk about motor vehicle and road, brothers and sisters. One of the things that always mind boggles me, man, is that you pay license for people to fix road. Apparently that's not the case. So you know, so people have to step in and take money from their pocket. Kudos to these individuals who help fix some potholes in along the Dodan route. They put cement and you know, concrete and what have you, and fixing the potholes. Kudos to them. My problem here is that is not their duty. You are paying taxes and fees for the government to come and do this. You then have to pay tax and fees plus buy your own boy for you to go and block the road, block pothole in the road. Really? That is okay. Okay then. That's something I never understood, brothers and sisters. Kudos to the individuals for doing that, realizing that there's a problem. Oh, thank God, light come back. Light finally come back, brothers and sisters. Well, they realized it wasn't stopping me, so I had to do my thing. So kudos to these individuals, but I find it very, very shocking that you then have to be paying these fees and then come with monies for you to do, and then you say, oh, let's give back. Give what? You're paying fees for a reason. You guys already know I'm not a fan of taxes and this kind of things. I think taxes make a lazy government. Lazy government. So instead they go out there and try to find markets to help people so that monies can come in. They started taxing the people. Even Ian stated, if not VAT, what else? VAT wasn't supposed to be lasting this long, brothers and sisters. VAT lasts long, just like how they include taxes in the United States. 2% on milk. 2% on milk. 2% on milk. That just went rampant with all these sorts of taxes that they start increasing in the United States. But now people have to be paying extra fees. Imagine you paying your license, plus you have to pay the maintenance fee. And then you still have to do that. Okay. But you'll tell me about it soon, man. Don't worry. Measures to improve service delivery at the Dominica China French Hospital. Appointment of full-time executive chairperson. So you don't have that. Appointment of clinical director. You don't have these people there. No? We have none of that. It didn't say new, no? It said full-time executive chairperson to improve leadership accountability. It starts with the head, and you want to improve accountability there, and you don't have a proper accountability. Appointment of clinical director, equal rank in rank to the CEO to focus on medical services and better address patient concerns. For 25 years, you don't have none of this stuff. 25 years, none of that stuff. Appointment of accreditation coordinator to guide the hospital towards meeting international healthcare standards. That's a good thing. But you don't have that. You don't have that. We have nice, you claim we have nice and first world looking like hospital buildings. But we have 9th world healthcare in Dominica. 9th world. Imagine that. Creation of patient support unit. Brothers and sisters, you can read this stuff for yourself. I myself, I finished with that reaction already, because if I read this vex, I get it vexed. You guys can see this stuff right there. The government improved incentive package for small tourism accommodation. These are some of the additional stuff. An additional 2 million revolving education fund, education to help place at the aid bank for on lending to young Dominicans at the concession interest rate of 2%. So no more scholarships, no more. Or you pay these people already. There's promissory notes all you send to the schools. All you do, all you pay that already now. Alright, in agriculture rebate program, of course. The very agriculture. I'll never forget the budget, you know. This is about another budget that they know. The budget of 2023 to 2024. I will never forget that. Scare them stated about $15 million for agriculture, which is insane. And they use less than 30% of it. Nobody has any. It just, the government will give back to farmers 50% of the initial investment. So you can put the farmers in debt. The government is making available over 300 acres of land for agriculture. These lands will be available to lease at a rate. Why don't you just give people affordable land so they can buy it? You want to lease the land so they will never be able to own it. Just lease the land. I would understand if you have factories and you have a number of factories and you leasing the land for the farmers to grow different crops. No problem. Is the government owned? Yes, cool, that makes sense. But you want people to be indebted to you consistently by leasing land instead of them buying it. But that only says one thing, you know, that the people will not be able to make as much money for them to be able to even buy the land. That's why you have to lease the land to them. Just like you lease the generators to Domlec. The very Domlec you still has high fees on the people and for factories. You not be that scary that said that, you know. So Roosevelt Skerritt is his name. I call his name, man. He that said that in the airport. Well, I don't know. I wasn't there. Maybe it's AI and I was there. The program is designed to target young farmers and make it financially easier for them to invest in the sector without markets. How are they going to do that without markets, Skerritt? Oh, huh? You know? Talk to me. I myself don't know. Anyways, guys, what are your thoughts on this, man? I try my best. I try my best, brothers and sisters. Let me know your thoughts in the comment box below right there. Anyways, guys, this is all I have for these vibrations. Let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to click the thumbs up button if you appreciate my concise, and of course subscribe for more vibrations if you definitely want to get more of these here reaction vibrations. What are your thoughts, man? Leave your thoughts in the comment box below. With that said right there, brothers and sisters, be real. Salary King always. Thanks so much for watching.